Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're back on the bank and I brought you to my Syndicate. I'm a bit undecided of what I'm going to do today. I've heard a rumour. This Syndicate comprises of four lakes actually. One's a lake exclusive, the other three are Syndicate. This lake I'm walking around now is very, very big. I couldn't, maybe 30 acres or something like that, maybe more, 40. It's a beautiful place. Let me show you. Absolutely stunning. In fact, let me turn you around. Obviously, see a little bit we've got here. Several islands running down. Never fished that swim. It does look very nice. It is a very, very weedy lake. All of the lakes are extremely windy. But we also have a bit of the Nene, or the Nen, however you'd like to pronounce it. And I've been told there's a few nice carp in there. Rumour has it someone had one out at 27. Now, my river carp, I've never had one. I think 14, 15, I think it was the biggest. I've never had one over 20. These swims do look nice down here. I've rarely come down this end of the lake because it is a drive and a very long path, which is an absolute killer for your car. And unfortunately, I do only have a car. I don't have a van, I don't have a 4x4, and I prefer to keep the sump where it is. So it's not very often I venture this far down, but felt brave today, and here we are. There's not many people on the lake. Well, there's never many people here. It is notoriously difficult, this Syndicate. Extremely difficult. I've had 2 fish out since March, in probably 20 plus nights. So yeah, it's a difficult water. People have done 2 full seasons here and not caught a thing. But it is a beautiful place, right in the middle of nowhere. Sites of special scientific interest, and there are some big ones in the lake. Unfortunately, one of the biggest in this particular lake, in the big lake, died a few weeks ago. But there's still lots of upper 30s, possibly 40s in here. But so very, very difficult. But we're just approaching the river now. I've not really had a good look at it before. Never fished it before. Don't know how much water's in there. We're about to find out. I don't even know if I can get on the bank, get a bivvy up or not. It's not looking very good at the minute, to be honest. I think I'll be fighting my way along. Can't even see our way to the river. What's that now? Is that a pathway? Nope. Need to watch where I'm going. I apologise about the wind. I should have put my mic on really. A little bit further. It's not looking good for the river, if I'm honest. Oh, let's have a little look down here. don't know where I'm going to put a bivvy up. Wow. Don't even know where the river starts yet. Well, this is not happening, is it? Is that a bit flatter over there? One last little look. Yeah, I mean, it's getting on. It's now 4:30. The nights are starting to draw in. The weather's been very unsettled this week. So one last little look here. It's a little bit flatter. Again, I'm sorry about the wind. Let's have a look. Be doable down here, maybe. Am I going to end up in the water? That's the question. Well, it does look nice, I've got to say. But I just can't get in far enough. So, the lake it is. Gonna get back to the car, get the barrow out. I think I'm going to jump in that first swim. There's somebody bivvied up over there. Yeah, I might bivvy up in that first strip, possibly the second one we've seen. So yeah, I'll see you in about an hour when I've got my kit out. Well, here's one of my choices. Looks lovely, absolutely lovely. Quite a bit of weed out the back there. The only time I've ever seen fish here is in the weed. Never seen them out in the open. And there is a lot of weed. I don't know if you can see, it is thick. Not much casting room. Probably have to get the waders on. Get out there. I've got 12 foot, so let's be careful. That's one option. So I've never fished down here before. I don't think I've ever seen anybody fish down here. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know. There is a lot easier swims. Most people fish out the back of the car, the van, down by the side of the big path. So whether it's terrible fishing down here or whether people just can't be bothered to put the work in, I don't know. This is my other option. Beautiful. Looks like there's a lot more casting above my head there. There's a tree above me there. It should be okay if I squat down a bit in the cast. Again, you've always got the option getting in the water. Looks like there's no deeper up here. So we're looking up there. What do you reckon, guys? First swim, before the last one we see in the first swim, and the second swim. Tell you what, I need a power barrel. I remember the days, one rod, one little seat box, that was it. Could walk for miles. Got all the recording kits and everything I had to carry now. All that down there. I'm only here for 2 nights. I took less than a fortnight to bloody Turkey. So, right, sun's going down. Need to get the bivvy up and the rods out. Well, we've done it. Just. Got the last bit of sun, just enough light. Bivvy's up. All 3 rods are in. All I've done, I just had to get them in the water. I've got one down here, 4 wraps out. One out here, 4 wraps out. And one out here, 4 wraps out. Chose to do them all at 4 wraps. So I let it out a little bit, and there's definitely no weed 4 wraps out. It's going to set me along, get up early, first light, and start again. But we've got 3 rods in the water, so there's always a chance. I've put some pellets, some krill boil here, and some hemp and sweet corn mix out. So yeah, so there's always a chance. As I say, I've caught twice here in 20+ days, so it's a small chance. But it's a chance all the same, and I did catch one of those in the margin close in, so yeah, let's see what happens. But as you can see, the sun is just setting. I mean, this is why we come fishing, really. Catching the fish is a bonus sometimes. After a 50-hour week, starting work at 4:30 every morning, this is a nice wind down for the week. But anyway, I'm going to have myself a nice fizzy pop and watch a bit of Netflix, wait for these reels and alarms to go screaming. You never know.
Well, good morning. Nothing through the night. Slept well. The alarm went off at 6:30 and I turned it off, went straight back to sleep for another hour. It's about 7:30, 7:45. Very quiet through the night, not even a beep. Lovely morning though. But yeah, I'm not decided what I'm going to do yet. I think maybe keep 2 in the margin to find a spot for the third. It's going to be tough finding a spot out there for all 3 rods, I think. But yeah, I'm going to have a cuppa. We'll have a lead around, get the waders on, and see what's out there. I think I found a nice spot. I've not wrapped it up yet, but I'm guessing less than 10 wraps, just on the edge of the weed over to the left of my swim. Seems to be a little bit of weed on the bottom. I'm just watching these swans coming over near my lines. Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of weed on the bottom, so I'm going to edge my bets. I'm going to get rid of the old leg clip, and I think I'm going to put a couple of choddies out just in case. I have got some ready tied. I'm not sure what the hooks are like. I'll have a quick look in a minute. But yeah, just to say, be on the safe side. Definitely going to put 2 chuddies out. And, maybe put a pop-up out on the 3rd rig. We'll see what it feels like out there. One's gone. Yeah, as I say, it's a tough old place here. It's the rewards are worth it, but sometimes you can feel like you're wasting your time. I've not caught for a good few sessions here. It's so difficult because you just can't see the fish. They don't show, they don't jump. They're there, but it's very, very rare to see them. The only time I've seen them, I was right at the opposite end of the lake. The last session or the session before I had here, and yeah, literally the opposite end to where I am now. It was red hot, and it's very, very. The weeds really close in up there, and the fish were all around me. Dozen fish for 2 days. They were there in the weeds or in the surface. I tried everything. I put everything I could think of. I even floated some bread at one point, which is not something I do very often, but yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Not interested. Not interested in the slightest. I'm just putting an overhand loop knot in for so I can loop to loop my choddy on. I think, if I remember right, my choddies have got stiff hinges on them from the last time. Go. Well, that's not good. I'm going to do that again. Could have just nicked the line there. It's quite caught on the scissor. Fingers and thumbs this morning. My hands are quite cold actually, so it's not exactly warm out there. The summer days are definitely gone. Won't be long till we're battling with the freezing temperatures. I'm on the lake exclusive here for the winter, for the first time ever, for a price. They've opened it up as a Syndicate winter ticket, so I thought I'd give that a go for the winter. So aside from a bit of pike fishing here and there, sharp still. Yeah, aside from a bit of pike fishing here and there, that's going to be my winter. Looking forward to it. Again, it's on the same complex as here. Difficult water. but not as difficult as the other 3 lakes. I'm kind of assuming that's because as these 3 lakes don't get fed only by fishermen. The lake exclusive gets fed intermittently, but as there's less fishermen on there, I think that's making it a little bit easier. And more catchable. Hey, what do I know? Excellent. Got me a hook caught. Got me tablet. Just gonna give that a couple of swipes with the hook file. Shot now. Yeah, stiff boom. It's got a bit of a kink in it there for me sat in the rig box. See if we can straighten that out a little bit. Yeah, stiff boom choddy. Hopefully it'll just sit above any low-lying weed that's out there. So I think there must be a little bit. It did feel good when I was pulling back on the lead, but you never know. I'm not the world's best caster. I think I'm gonna have to steam that. So yeah, my casting can go anywhere. Seems to be a fairly decent size area. Waiting for that to boil. Going to boil the kettle for another cuppa as well. May as well, while it's on. Just hold that for a minute out of the... and hopefully it'll be nice and straight. There we go. Much better. So we've got the choddy rig. Stiff boom. I think it's a size 6 quarter. With a mini swivel on a D, using the heli safe. Sure you're all aware of the heli safe. It's great for dropping the lead with it being so weedy out here. If we do get hooked into anything and we get caught in the weeds, it'd be nice to drop that lead. Obviously get the fish in nice and safe. Not sure. I've got these baits. They're quite big. They're an active krill
bought them off of eBay. I've been hunting around for cheaper baits. You know how expensive you can get chucking 50 quid's worth of bait in every weekend. So I'm going to put one of these on, a bit of bait floss, on the other one I'm going to stick to the old faithful yellow pineapple wafter. These are quite big. I think these are 18mm, these krill wafters. So should keep the bream. Well, mind you, I don't know if I've ever had a bream out of it. I know they are in here, so they're not too bothersome. Just blob that down. There we go. Let's get it in the water. Not quite sure what happened there. I think the GoPro stopped for a second, but yeah, I'm just spumming now. Same mix as yesterday. Krill boiler, I think it's 11mm pellet. Bit of sweet corn and a bit of hemp. Spumming out from the water. I'm nearly chest deep. It's never an easy thing to do. If anybody's got any better ideas than floating a bucket. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, let me know, because you need a third hand usually. Unfortunately, I was only born with two. So it's kind of tuck the rod under the arm, get the bait in. Yeah, not easy, but we're winning so far. That's the one. Bought myself a little present. I bought it with me. I've ordered from this company before once and got a few bits just as a test, and I was quite impressed. So another order. I can't remember what I bought, but I'm going to have a look through now. In comparison to going to the local tackle shop and spending, I mean, got a pack of hooks here. It costs less than £4. What's a pack of hooks? £7. These are specialist curved shank micro barb, size 6. Look good in the packet. Just gonna quick quick test for sharpness. So something I've been doing this year is trying to find some good stuff at cheaper prices. Things are tough at the minute. I don't know if you can see that. Gripping onto my finger straight away. Look at that. As sharp as any hook. Big brand hooks. I do like to the only hooks I use that I don't give a quick run over with the file anyway is quarter Kamakuras. I mean the sharpness of those things are are incredible. I think they're hand sharpened in Japan. I think I've got some other hooks as well. There's a gripper size 6 micro barbed. Again, these grippers are a curved shank, they're a bit longer. Yeah, sharp as anything. Yeah, so I've been using baits. I've toyed with the idea of doing my own, rolling my own baits, but in all honesty, I've not got the time. I work 50 hours a week. If and when I can, I'm straight from work to fishing on the Friday to the Sunday, and luckily I've got a very obliging wife who doesn't mind too much. Not every weekend do I fish, but at the moment I'm trying to get the old YouTube channel off the ground. So these are little D-rigs for the kicker, with the kicker. I've never used them before, but I've seen them there. I thought I'd give it a go. So, never seen them before, never used them before. I'll have a little play later on, maybe make a rig up. Some rig tubing. Can't remember how much it was. It was cheap. I've got a feeling it was like £3. This company's been around for a little while. I didn't realise. It's been around for a good 10 years or more, I believe. It's an online company only. I'll put a link in the description to this company. It's called Bank Tackle. I've got no affiliation to them at all. They're not sponsoring me. They're not giving me anything free. It's not my company. It's just perfectly good. Rig tubing. 2 meters, I think it was. Yeah, I'll put a link to the description because they've not got a huge range of products, but what they have got is great quality and great value, and that's what I'm looking for, to be honest with you. I've also got some they're a bit bigger than I thought they were. I'm not sure what they're called. They're for spinner rigs. Some tungsten. Are these tungsten? No, I think these are just normal tail rubbers. This is tungsten. Some tungsten putty. Again, looks good to me. I'll pop that in my little quarter tin, I think. Yeah, I just thought I'd share with you that we, as I say, we don't have to spend $1 million. I mean, it's great if you can. I do like a bargain, and this is a bargain. Well, the rigs are still out. I've avoided the temptation to pull them in. I've got faith on that spot that the rigs are presented correctly with the chuddies. So yeah, just hoping for a bit of luck and we get a bite in the night. I love this time of night. Look at that. It's been unsettled today. It's been wind and rain, but this time of the evening it always drops down a bit, and yeah, it's lovely and calm at the moment. But yeah, let's see what happens through the night. I'm going to pack up about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get something in the night. Well, defeated again. It's home time. I'm beginning to think changing the name of the channel to Total Blanca was a bit of a mistake, because I've done nothing but blank since. But hey, it's a tough venue. I knew that when I got the ticket here, so it is what it is. But next week, I think I might be going to Brasenose, so hopefully we'll get a couple. But for now, see you next time.